Today we're going to go over every path of adventure level 5 quickly. No bonuses, no light and dark nat 5s, and we're using 3 and 4 star monsters. These are not speed runs, these are just safe runs. So you can get level 5 completed getting those mythic runes. If you end up liking this video, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit the bell ding ding thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Alright, before we start out these dungeons, a little disclaimer. Someone may tell you how easy it is to complete a dungeon with monsters. It highly depends on your summoner equipment and the rune sets that you have for your monsters. It also depends if you have the bonus. Having the higher power level getting the bonus to do more damage and take less damage. If you want speed runs to these dungeons, go look at the records. And if you don't have the monsters I have, look at the statistics. In each dungeon, you need at least 2 damage dealers, 1 support, and 1 front line, whether that's a tank or a knight or a warrior, whatever. But those are the things that you need. Another disclaimer, in all these dungeons, I only use 4 rune sets. And there's no mythic runes used, it's just legendaries and purples, which are runes obtained from lower level dungeons. A Rage Blade attack crit damage rune, an attack speed vamp assemble rune set which I use on Sharon, an energy foresight shield set of legendary and purple which I use on one of the supports or knights, and then a double energy guard set, again legendaries and purples, which I use on my second support or knight. Level 5 hard Queen Spider's Nest. No power level bonus, just slightly hard. Giggity. Now if you're Heath, Soletta, or Orbia, this team right here will do it. Shushu Soul Link, Feng Yan, and Wind Pixie Shannon. Feng Yan and your summoner are your damage dealers. Shushu is your healer and immunity, and Shannon is your attack buff, defense buff, along with attack down and defense down. You just spam Shushu's second skill for heal and immunity and everything else will be fine. Feng Yan will AoE the spiders down, apply defense down. Heath will be doing his damage and then Shannon will be buffing attack down, etc. Now if you're Cleef or Kina, obviously the team comp changes because as Cleef, you're the front line. You're taking the damage, use Wind Cleef to get the defense buff and all the other things that he provides. And with Kina, you're the healer. You either use Wind for immunity and heal, whatever the case may be. Maybe you need skill cooldown instead of like Shushu if you're Kina, so you can keep that immunity up. But you need 2 damage dealers, front line, and a support. You can take out Shannon since Cleef brings a defense buff, and then you bring in Argon in place of Shannon. Same with Kina. Take out Shannon, put in Argon. Once you get all your monsters over the power level threshold, then the dungeon becomes even easier. Forgotten Earth Shrine, hard level 5. Slightly hard again, giggity. Konamiya, Bastet, and Rigel. Konamiya, you're just spamming the skill cooldown on Bastet and Rigel, and also your summoner. If you're Cleef, again, use water weapon, stronger element, but you can actually freeze this boss, which is super helpful. But again, as Cleef, just use Konamiya, Bastet, Rigel. Rigel will do a ton of damage, especially with Konamiya skill cooldown. But if you're Cleef and CCing, you can make it quicker by putting in Bastet and just spamming her attack buff and shield, and bringing someone like Sharon. Cleef's taking all the damage in the front line, you're fine. If you're Kina, come on, take out Bastet, put in Sharon. Skill cooldown Konamiya, easy. But again, only the first skill on Konamiya, so he's just resetting the skills on Bastet, Water Lich, and your summoner. The Water Lich is going to be removing the buffs from Rodoz every time, like non-stop, and his skill also resets his skill as well, lowers the cooldown. So it's just like he always has it up. He'll be doing a ton of damage, and this is it. I mean, and the shield from Bastet, like, you're not taking any damage because you pretty much have a shield the majority of the time. Sometimes he breaks through the shield, depending on if he has the attack buff or not. But if he doesn't have the attack buff, which Rigel usually strips like constantly all the time, it's GG. And as you see, it's game over, less than a minute, yay, but it's level 5. Done deal. Tier Glands, hard level 5. Now with this, I'm just going with the natural 5 stars that every single person should have because every single content creator has been telling you to get these 3 monsters. Fire Phoenix, Fire Paladin, Fire Sky Dancer. With these 3 and your summoner being fire, it's super easy to get the bonus power level. Alright, so here's your slightly hard giggity team. Tessarian, Diane, and Colleen. Tessarian for the damage over time, and he's your nuker. Diane's here to remove the crit damage buff that Talades gets. And Colleen's here for the attack buff, the heal, and she also lowers the attack of Talades by a ton. And here is the Talades team. Tessarian, Soul Link, second skill only, that's for the damage over time, to deal with the damage taken down buff that Talades gets. Diane is here for A, defense down, and mostly B, to remove the crit damage buff up that Talades gets as well. Colleen, heal and attack buff. Heal block, which is not important. However, it's important for her kit because when the enemy has heal block, her basic attack applies attack down. And as you see, it's up to level 6 already, making Talades hit like a wet noodle. And like I said, this is not 100%. Hey, you can bring the Perna Ophelia Skydancer comp. You should have these monsters anyway. However, if the monster AI don't act like little 2-year-olds and stand in dumb stuff, especially Tessarian, then you will not have a problem with this, okay? But 9 times out of 10, they're going to stand in stuff and you're just going to die. But if you put this on repeat battle, eventually you'll get some mythic runes, increasing your power level. You'll be alright. Level 5 hard Laboratory of Madness. Slightly hard giggity team again. Water Garuda, Bastet, and Lauren like Cowgirl. Here's the team, and I gotta say, and for Water Garuda, you can put it on Soul Link, and all you gotta do is literally, you can keep both skills on. It doesn't matter. A 3-star monster AI is smarter than like every single monster in this game. He'll use the heal, which cleanses electric shock whenever they have electric shock on. If they don't, then he'll use the skill cooldown reset, right? It's huge. A 3-star monster. Just living the dream, being the best he can be. Anyway, this team is huge. Lauren is here for buff removal. She's here for heal block. She's here for defense down. She's such a great 4-star unit. If you don't have her, then you gotta get her, right? But anyway, Shrekly, this is the team to do it. GG, no problem. If you're Keener or Cleef, don't worry about it because this team works with every summoner. Lava Cave, hard level 5. Slightly hard giggity team. Ariel, Sharon, and Megan. Preferably you want to use the water element, but hey, I can't cheat in the video, so I gotta go a different element. Sharon's here for defense down and all the damage. Megan's here for the attack buff and the attack speed buff. Ariel's here just to heal and cleanse nonstop. All we're using is Ariel's second skill. Ariel's here for the heal over time and the cleanse. The cleanse is super important. You can't just like bring immunity and bring like damage over time removal or anything like that, right? Because the defense down is what is killer. But Ariel's going to be taking all of the damage, being the knight, the front line. He's built defensive anyway, plus he's healing himself and cleansing himself. But Borbo does apply a lot of debuffs. You know what's even better is if you could bring the free Monster Story monster, Water Beast Rider, if you have her built. Being able to remove buffs is huge. Just a thought. As long as you keep buffs on yourself, Borbo doesn't hit you as hard. He does more damage if you don't have beneficial effects. You gotta bring cleanses to get rid of the defense down. And you gotta bring a basic attack type of damage dealer. But there you go, GG. Slightly hard giggity. And last but not least, Temple of Darkness level 5. And here is the Perna Ophelia Skydancer. Perna's there for damage, but also for unrevivable damage taken up. Philia to frontline tank, cleanse, heal, attack buff, defense buff, while he attack buff, defense down, and the heals. The one thing I wouldn't suggest is going the element advantage on Temple of Darkness level 5, because just because your summoner is going to do more damage, that means Kamari is going to be doing more damage to you too. And when your summoner dies, your whole team dies. Snow bonus again, slightly hard, giggity. Perna, second skill only, and that's what does all the damage, applies unrevivable, so the passive doesn't revive her, because that's what matters, right? As long as you have good damage runes on Perna and do damage, you'll be fine, okay? GG. And that's it for today's video. All 6 path growth dungeons, no bonus. Get your legendary and mythic runes, so you can build your monsters to get a higher power level, so you can get that bonus for bonus damage and less damage taken. If you end up liking this video, sub, like, ding ding bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!